Greetings everyone, what is up with me again, Tam Prime 1 with another video review. If you're on this video review, we're taking a look at the DK-25 Gearmaster Accessories Kit for Studio Series, Starscream from the Bumblebee movie, along with Jazz, Cup, and Hot Rod. And I must say this, I am surprised at like what all DNA Design has been doing for all the Studio Series figures so far. Well, as many of them as they can as possible, but still I'm surprised what they've done, and I am very much impressed with what they've done as well, more or less in certain areas. There's quite a lot to explain right there. But quite frankly, with how they've been executing some of these, it's either been good or bad or just straight up poor. Like, for example, my previous video review of whenever I showed all of you out there about like what they did with Bumblebee, Sentinel Prime, and Blackout. They could have improved on that one right there, but they did not. So I'm just wondering, I'm just wondering why they make certain upgrade kits, especially since with Dino from Dark of the Moon, I felt like the upgrade kit was not necessary for him because Hasbro already messed up with him completely, especially since they gave him a faux chest piece in which I decided to skip out on. Besides all of that right there, I feel like DNA Design focused in certain areas this time around, in areas that just did not need proper fixing at all, because sometimes they're either good as is or they just don't work out properly or something. You all know what I mean, especially with how they've been executing certain Transformers figures. But right now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the DK-25 Gearmaster Accessories Kit. But first, on the back of the box right here, you're going to see Daniel along with the fishing line and the fishing rod, fishing line, the fish. I had a brain fart right there for a second, along with the ooze that comes on out of Cup, as well as gap fillers for Jazz, along with these little pieces for Cup. We all know what these are going to be used for. Not to mention the little rocks that Hot Rod and Daniel sit on, as well as speaker phones for Jazz right here, and also also new hands for Starscream. Now I've already retrofitted him with only one of the hands, and I will go ahead and do up Starscream first, because I will admit he's pretty simplistic. But I'm also going to be playing it by ear of how well I'm going to be executing this video. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at each of these guys right here. Now, as I said before, we're going to go ahead and do Starscream first. So Jazz off to the side, same with Cup, and same with Hot Rod. Now, if you notice these last two videos of where they're posing next to the box, it's a new feature I am trying out, and I will have to say this, I really do like that right there. So now, taking a look at Starscream right here, you can see how well the hand is retrofitted on here. It took me a minute just to get the hand on there, but I'll have to say there's a bit of a downfall with the fist right here, with the old, with how it is. I do love the wrist swivel, but as Prime vs. Prime, I said there is a downfall with the trigger finger right here. I do wish they would have fixed that up right there a good bit. Especially whenever you have to pull it on out, it definitely does look like it's broken. But I do appreciate DNA Design actually trying their best to make it to where this guy has proper a proper trigger finger or something, especially for his little guns right here, his little null guns right there. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, it does make it look as if he's trying to pull the trigger, but I think they should have made sure his trigger finger is more right here at a curve instead of a sharp angle. That would have made a lot more sense to do that. But nonetheless, DNA Design, I do appreciate this, but the more proper execution that you guys did was with the wrist swivel right here. I love that right there. It definitely does help on out, but when you do it like this right here for whenever he has to go into a transformation sequence, it is slightly tilted. That is a bit bothersome for me right there, because quite frankly, I would have expected for something maybe the hand being more straightforward instead of being slightly tilted. But yeah, they definitely did a good enough job, and quite frankly, here's the difference. Right here, this hand is a bit more open, and you can pretty much put this right on in here. There we go. And I'll say this, I do understand why D&A Design also made it to where this is more closed down here, because like I do not like this piece right here where his fist is more open. It should be more closed. That way it will look more like he's ready to firing, but it looks like he's ready to like drop his gun or something. So yeah, you have that right there with Starscream. But nonetheless, they did a pretty decent enough job. And hang on for a second, I'm going to try this little bit on that right here, this fist, and if I can get this on in there properly, come on. I'm not for sure if I can get that in there properly, or unless of course if this finger is in the way. That's one of the major downfalls of his fist. Other than that, check this out right here. It's pretty good. And I love the fact that you can like tilt it like there. You can, because like you can probably place him in a much better pose to be like this right here while holding the gun, and at a tad bit of an angle to get a much better shot or something. Because like with this right here, you can just like angle the gun any way you can, so like Starscream can get probably a much better shot. But other than that, they definitely did a pretty decent enough job with his hand. I just wish they would have executed the molding a lot better. But I do love like the volume with the hands right there. I do love the volume right here with the little fingers and whatnot. But right here, they should have made it to where this is a bit more of an open trigger finger instead of it being like closed. So yeah, they did a pretty decent enough job with Starscream right there. And also, if you're wondering of how to like, I'll show you guys it briefly on the other arm, just real briefly. What you want to do is you want to take this right here and just unscrew this one little piece if I can get it in there. There you go so far, and just undo the screw as well. Now they made it to where this is extremely easy to replace. Put that right there. I'll say this, like on the other arm right here, I have a little bit of a, it kind of looks like it's broken right there a little bit. You can see it ever so slightly right in there. That little light blue crease right there. But right here on him, you can just go like this right here. Oh. That worked. I have no idea how I even did that. But yeah, you just take that off right there, and all you have to do is just replace out the hands. Because take a look at this right here. Take a look at, oh wait, this is the old hand. That's the old hand. The new hand is, I think it's on, yeah, it's in the thing still. That's in the thing. This is the new hand, swivel right there. So yeah, you have that right there. I'm not gonna really replace it because like both hands, if you ask me, are still pretty good. But this one's still a little bit better, just a little bit better. But not by much, because I do like the posability of the trigger finger on the other hand right there. So yeah, there we go. I want to try to get this. Oh, whoops. Out of frame. I got to lower this camera a good bit. Well, I not have to in the next shot. But I'll lower it for just in case. You never know. Come on. Gotta be careful with that right there. That's done. This one I'll scream off to the side, along with this little gun right there. And voila. Now, up next, I'm going to be doing the Jazzman. Now, what he has right now is very simple. He has like little gap fillers. I had to take out the other one for just in case. Hang on for a second. No, whenever you put these down in, the cut edges right here are what, from what I can tell, go at the bottom instead of at the top. So yeah, what you want to do is do like that right there. There you go, and here are the little thigh pieces. Now, one thing I will say this, like whenever they made the thigh pieces right here to fill in the gaps in the thighs, I wish they would have made it to where it more filled it in, because there are still little gaps right there. But I'll admit this, not too bothersome. Really amazing work, really amazing work. DNA design, you guys definitely did a really great job. This right here, especially up right here on the especially right here up on the I think forearms. I can never get that straight out in my head, but yeah, they definitely did a really good job with all this stuff right here. Really fantastic job. Love, because like once you take this off right here, you can definitely see like the negative space compared to the filled space. But I do wish they would have made it to where like you could have been able to like maybe have made it to where these things could open on up. You could rotate the hand on in, and you could close it on down. That would have been good as well. I will really have liked to have seen that right there. I'm gonna move my microphone a little bit. There we go. A little more room for my arm. But yeah, also with Jazz, as we all know, they also included megaphones, like these little megaphones right here. These little megaphones can go into his fist right there. And there we go. Rotate that out. Well, don't have to really rotate this on out. I don't know why I left this thing as is. And for a second, let me go ahead and fix that up real fast. And there we go. You can have it to where his megaphones can you can use these as weapons. Sorry, Soundwave, you've been replaced. You have been replaced by the Jazz Man. Especially since his music is a lot better than yours. Yeah, and also with these little bits right here, take them on off, and you can just put them on to the side of his hips, right? Okay, that should have latched on right there. I know I had that on there properly. There it goes. I thought that was, I'll admit this, I thought that was a bit too easy. There we go. And just tap that into right here on the side. And there we go. Both side pieces right there, along with the megaphones right there. They're ready to blast still. But also with these things right here, what you can also do with these is very simplistic. You can take these things right here and pretty much fill in the back of the legs right there. Just fill in the back of the legs right there. Voila. Boom. Because I'll admit this, because with how his legs are currently, wow, okay, what the heck is going on with this thing right here? That should not be that loose. Okay, now, these will help to really fill in the gaps within his legs. That way they're not entirely loose, because you can now see how solid they are right now with these things in there. Sorry, finger keeps on slipping. There we go. You can now do this much better, much easier. Rotation at the leg right there. And I must say this, that definitely does prevent him, here we go, I'm going to show this right here. Pretty big difference in this. Come on. Pretty big difference, once you do this right here, look at that right there. Because this is supposed to tap in securely, and you're supposed to well, okay, it is pretty much staying in here in a very solid rate, but sometimes it'll come on out like that. Well, for this one right here, do like that right there, and this keeps it from going anywhere else. It just keeps it from going anywhere else. There we go. So yeah, there we are. And just take this on out right here. There we go. Let's put these back up to here. Back up to here. There you go. There we are. Let's go and take out these megaphones right here. Take out these megaphones. Go. Got one little piece going out, but right fast. Oh, there it is. There it is. Next, I'm going to do up the little hook. Hook gives a hook. Now, what you want to do is you want to take this piece, take it on out, take his fist, rotate his fist on, and put the cover back on. I like to put the cover back on there, even though it just barely stays on there. I like to put it on there because you can just do this, with this right here. Just take this tab slot right there and just tab that into place right there. And Jazz can just fire this out at Optimus Prime, who is holding on to both Sparkplug and Spike. And bam. Oh boy. Wow, okay. Well, whenever I rolled that on up, I did not expect for it to be that tight right there. So yeah, you can have it to where you fire that on out there into the ocean or at any building or what have you, so that way he can like scale or something or what have you, or pull someone in. So yeah, I love this little piece right here as well on Jazz. So yeah, very nice work DNA design. I'm going to keep that fist on in there because right now I'm also going to remove this little piece right here, especially for the transformation process. I'm just going to go ahead and transform him on camera. There we go. There we are. There we go. Just going to transform him real fast. Shouldn't take me no more than a few little minutes. Now, once he's fully transformed, I want to show you guys a little something that they did with these little gap fillers for his vehicle mode for storage. Here we go. There we are. And just push. Now let's go ahead, try to get some of this into place. Rotate his arms on in. There we go. Oh, almost forgot to do this. Almost forgot to rotate his waist. There we go. There we are. No, I could have done this off camera, but I'm thinking like, yeah, I'll just do it on camera. Be lazy. There we go. Now, before I really finish off this transformation process, I want to show you all of this right fast. First things first, let's go ahead and get this tabbed into the back right here. There we go. Tab that in right there. Make sure all that is nice and secure in place. Now, what you want to do with these gap fillers is, like, I'm not for sure how many people have shown this right here, but on the instructions it says for you to put them into right here. Just put them in onto the side, so I close in. Well, I would close those on in, but not right now. Put this on up right here, push that right into right there. It kind of works. Whoops. I did it wrong. How did I do it wrong? I do not know. Don't ask. I'm not paying attention. There we go. No. There we are. Now what I want to do is bring down the arm. Take it on in. Bring this arm down in as well. Whoopsies. That's. There we go. Now go ahead and close that on upright. Oh boy, this thing is not wanting to work with me at all. There we go. Oh, okay, come on. This thing, hang on for a second. These little gap fillers, they don't really like to, there we go. There we go. There we are. There you have it. So yeah, the little gap fillers go in right in there. Now, for this little thing right here, what you want to do is you want to make sure you can place this thing right here, and this goes over his head right there. This little bit right here, make sure you put in like this right here. Gives him enough clearance, as well as for the little string right here. Well, quite frankly, I'm a bit reluctant on doing the string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just try to roll this on up as much as possible. There we go. Come on. Yeah, come on. As much as possible. There we go-ish. And voila, they have it. They have it. That storage right there for the hook thing. Blah, I can't talk right now. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna also, sorry about that, I'm gonna bring this on down a bit right there. Take these things, rotate these things on out right here, and you can just take these and just put them into the back of the vehicle mode, just like so, and just put this on top right here. Go. Do something with this, bring it down a little bit, and there we go. Now let's see here. Here we are. And there we have it. Jazz now in his vehicle mode with all the gear on him stored up properly. Technically, so if I can get these things are a little bit tricky sometimes to get stored in the proper place. But other than that, definitely stored up as properly as possible while in vehicle mode. So yeah, I do love how VIA DNA Design did this right here, but I just wish that they worked on this a little bit more for storage capacity. So yeah, there you have that. For Jazz. Now I'm gonna bring around this little bit right here. Oh boy, please do not fall over. Golly, that kind of irritates me when it does that right there. Now, bring out Daniel, bring out the little fishing lure, also the rocks, and also the rest of the stuff right here. Here we have Cup, and here we have, well, there he is. Found him, Hot Rod. Now, before we do Hot Rod and Cup, let's go ahead and do the scene from the beginning of the movie with Daniel right here. Let's see, as y'all can tell, on Daniel, he has a little slot right there in his bottom. So what you want to do is plug him in right there. There you go. They are. Now for this right here, we're going to go ahead and put Hot Rod into a bit of a sitting position as best as possible. There you go, and you see this little bit right here. This will go, he will go, if I can get this done properly, bring up his arms, plug him in right there. There we go. That way he can sit as properly as possible. I'm trying not to hit Daniel. Now, let's see here. Let's go ahead and try to cross Hot Rod's arms as much as possible. Bring these on down. I'll admit this, it's kind of hard for me to even try to, unless of course if I can rotate the arms. There we go, and there we are. Kind of ish. Okay, come on now. Let's go and try to get this. Yeah. Go. This piece right here is a bit tricky to do with. I can never figure out how to like. Okay, here we go. Here we are so far. I can never figure out I can never really figure out how to do like the posability with these figures as properly as possible. There we go. I do wish they would have made it to where this was a little bit bigger, just a little bit bigger for Hot Rod to sit on right there. Let me just pull this on down a little bit more. I knew I should have pulled this down a lot more. There we go. Now, Hot Rod is now sitting with the fishing rod like right in his face. I'm trying my best to like, if I have to, I'm just going to have to Probably as best I can get it right there. But yeah, there's Hot Rod with Daniel, and they're both fishing as they did back in the G1 movie. They're both fishing. And quite frankly, this right here, I must say, is very irritating because, like, I get his blasted arms, I swear. And I swear, this thing breaks on me, I'm going to be even more crossed. Yeesh. This is very irritating for me, I'll admit. Because, like, I can never get these things to, like, properly adjust. Close that right there again. Put that right in there. And there we go. It's got a fish. Best as I can pretty much get it right here. Best as I can pretty much get that right there. So yeah. I'm gonna take that on out right there. Take Daniel on out. I love what DNA Design has done. Sorry about that. Stay up. I'm not gonna take you again. There we go. I love how this thing works for me. Works sometimes. Now, I'm trying to make it seem as if Hot Rod is trying to help out Cup right here. Because, like, let's see, let's go ahead, maneuver Cup. Let's maneuver his arms a bit. Take off one arm, take off one leg. Because, like, that's how these things are built right here. And let's see. That does not look like it pegs onto him at all. What the? Okay, that's really weird. Well, I can tell this right here. Oh, now I know. There we go. Put that right there. Put this one little peg piece right there. Well, not peg piece, but put that little damaged part right there. These are little damaged pieces right here that are meant for Cup whenever he is badly damaged. So what we're trying to do with these little things right here is very simple. Just insert them into Cup's arm and then his leg. Some battle damage right there. I'm very curious if, like, these can. I don't think these can fit on here. Well, these are just meant to be badly. These are meant to show how damaged he is. And so, I'm going to show you all this right here. I'm going to try it to anyways. This is when you spend more money on third-party figures other than new equipment. Why? Like, why am I like this? There we go. And this on down right here. And it's like a lot of energon leaking out of him right here. There we go. And here we are. So yeah, that's how he's supposed to look like right there. Like damaged pieces on the ground. Hot Rod's coming on over to help him on out, to see if he can help to repair Cup. So yeah, that's one thing they decided to include in the upgrade kit as a Cup is Cup badly damaged. And I must say this, like, with how they did this, like with how Tesla did this right here, they were literally begging for DNA Design to come on in and do something like this right here. But yeah, I do love what they did right here. Badly damaged Cup, Hot Rod coming on over to help him on out. So yeah, they have that right there. And I do like that little nifty feature that they did with Cup right there. So yeah, pretty nifty little feature. Bringing the others real fast. Here is Daniel fishing still. Right up with Starscream. Behind me along with Jazz. So yeah, this is what the DNA Design upgrade kit is for. And technically add-on kit as well. So it's an accessory kit. So yeah, we have all of this stuff right here. So yeah, with what they have done with the overall Studio Series, with what DNA Design has done with the Studio Series overall, y'all can see what they've done right here. And I must say, it's pretty impressive. For my rating, I'll have to give it maybe a solid 9.3 out of 10, because because they definitely put forth a lot of effort into this upgrade kit, even though some things were just not really necessary. It's really appreciated. I love what they did right there. I love what they did with the overall execution. So, if you all have enjoyed this little video of mine, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe with me and Richmaker, check out my Timberman Gaming channel, and also check me out on all the social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord, and so on. Until next one, I'm Timberman, and I'll be signing off right now. So, peace out!